Wanuxi.
Hello everybody, I'm Steve Miller from Ubisoft. I'm the Managing Director for Asia, and this is my colleague.
Hello, I'm Julius. I'm taking care of Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Singapore, and Philippines, and everything.
Being sold through the Epic site is just a decision for the division, and I don't think we can forecast into the future how we're going to be selling any future games. So as far as I know, it's just for the Division 2.
This is the information we have at the moment.
So I'm not the technical person, but from what I understand, each game has its own unique server architecture, and we use a few different server solutions for our various games. So there's not one server solution. So it really depends on the game. But as we sell more in Asia and as Ubisoft gets bigger in Asia, yes, for sure, we will have to increase our presence and increase our network infrastructure, increase our servers in Asia.
And as far as I know, there will not be only one server in Hong Kong. We'll have a server structure and a network structure in Asia to manage the whole traffic and manage the big demand of traffic we see for Division 2.
Yes, this is one thing we learned from the Division 1 was that our capacity clearly wasn't enough to manage the number of users that were in Asia and that were coming into the service from China. So I think you can expect a higher level of service for the Division 2.
And there will be a big data center very close by to manage traffic from the whole region. There is, as far as I know, at the moment, no server in Malaysia. But not yet.
We do voice localization for Japan. We don't do much voice localization for any other country in Asia, although there have been small games where we've done small bits of voice localization. So as our games get bigger, they become 20 hours or 30 hours of gameplay, and they're just too massive to do voice localization for all the Asian languages. We tend to find that Japanese users are very picky, so they appreciate having the voiceover, whereas, for example, Korea, I won't say they prefer the English voices, but they can tolerate the English voices and they don't demand that we localize the voice into Korean.
But our games have a text localization in traditional simplified Chinese, but no voiceover.
So we have the Chinese text localizations anyway, in simplified and traditional Chinese, in all of the big productions.
It's a discussion we have a lot at Ubisoft. Well, China is becoming a bigger market, so okay, how do we treat our Chinese consumers better? And for example, our business is growing in Thailand, so how do we treat our Thai consumers better? We look at what our competitors are doing, we look at what our consumers are asking for, and we look at how much it costs. And we try to make a decision based on that. But full Chinese voices for a game like Assassin's Creed, perhaps in the future, but we don't find it essential.
There were some rumors around Prince of Persia since a while now. I think we cannot comment on those rumors, but we do excellent ports. We have Far Cry 3 remastered since a while. We're working on other remastered titles. So I think I'm not sure about Prince of Persia because it's again a bit complicated with the brand and all the rights. If there's something happening in the future, I'm pretty sure we will announce it.
But yeah, if the consumers want it enough, if they are vocal and they want it badly enough, I think Ubisoft would be happy to listen.
For me, it's very important to look on the strengths and specialties of every country. We try to make, when we think about marketing, communication, working with KOLs or marketing a product, we really have to think about every different country in a different way. Which country is strong on PC? Where is Switch very strong? Where is PlayStation very strong? How can we communicate with our customers and consumers? So for us, it's not one strategy for the whole region. It's a lot of different strategies for the different products in the different countries. So for me, the main road to success is to understand the local markets, the local countries, work with the right people in those countries and find the right way to communicate with them. At the moment, we are very strong in Singapore. We have a big Singapore studio. We have kind of a spin-off studio in the Philippines. We always look for new venues or new places where we can hire people. It's all about talents and resources. It could be interesting for sure. When studios grow and project grows, you have to ramp up. You have to find not only guys who are good with code, you also have to find people with sound, with graphics, art direction. It's a complex. Developing a game is a complex structure. For example, Philippines, we find a good talented people in the Philippines, and so Singapore studio decided to open up a branch in the Philippines.
I think it's complicated. I think Ubisoft in the past did support some indie development, and we were happy to look at. We treated small teams inside our own studios as small indie developers, but it's tough to make the finances work, and Ubisoft is becoming more and more known for creating big open world AAA entertainment products, and these kind of things don't happen from an indie studio. They happen from a studio with a lot of resources. It's hard to make indie projects that are financially interesting for us. I think it's fair to say that. So I think we like the spirit and the philosophy and the outlook of the indies, but it's a complicated investment. It is risky, yes. I would not draw that conclusion, but it's a huge company, and they're not just an entertainment company, they're into everything in China, so it gives Ubisoft more channels, more avenues to launch or release or exploit our IP in mainland China. So you could think about a lot of things happening with the Tencent collaboration, but as for specific titles or specific ways of marketing or selling, I don't think I can comment on that right now. It's an exciting region, for sure, Southeast Asia. We're having better results year on year. It's part of our mandate to do more esports in Southeast Asia, and we are just this week thinking about concrete steps to be more active in esports in Southeast Asia.
First biggest one would be Rainbow Six for sure, but also Just Dance. It's not a classical esport game, but it combines sports and esport. We have a strong community in Malaysia for Just Dance, for example. So this is something that we also can think in making local events, or it could be developed to a very, very interesting business and a lot of fun actually.
Yes.
But for sure Rainbow Six is the classic, the esport game where you host big tournaments and leagues, etc.
Rainbow Six is good for the hardcore gamers, but Just Dance is good because local governments who want to encourage esports, it's something easy for them to support because it's non-violent, it is physical, so it helps people get active, and it's fun and it's cute. For Honor has had some success as an esport title, but I think nowhere near the level of Rainbow Six. Yes, Ubisoft is putting a bit of effort into making Just Dance into an esport title. So those three are the biggest ones, and we're looking at our future title lineup to see what happens, to see what could become an esport title for our future lineup. Malaysian gamers, we love you! Keep your eye on Ubisoft.
Enjoy our games and our worlds.
We hope to see more of you, and hopefully you'll be seeing more of us in 2019.
想要即时获取免费游戏的消息，只要在专业的 Following 里选择 Steve， 并订阅我们的 YouTube 频道，打开铃铛，你就不会错过任何最新资讯啦。